Good morning. Welcome, friends. I am Ashish Soti from Soti's the Social and Industrial Innovation LLP, here to help you promote innovation and solve your problem through innovation. So, we are today discussing the checklist to implement Six Sigma for problem solving with the innovation of TRIZ. It is especially designed for business leaders, but yes, others can also implement it. They can also learn it to implement. So let us see. This is one of the ebook. I am just giving the summary of it so that you can understand that how we the checklist will give you an easy way to remember 10 most important things to do before to solve your problem implementing Six Sigma with innovation tools of TRIZ. This will change your approach towards the issues and problems and will help you develop the competency of your organization. So let us start. What are the key 10 tools? So let us start with the first thing is your operational process. So you may be a manufacturing industry, a service industry, or an educational institute. The first and foremost thing to implement any quality movement is that you should have a standard operational processes. That means you are supposed to list down, like we do in ISO also, that we have to identify what are the key processes, and you should have a very simplified and standard way to do the work. And that is what making working of your organization standard. Okay, we talk in terms of any quality movement. The first and foremost thing is that you should have a standard operational process. Whatsoever you do, whomsoever is doing, that should not be dependent on it. It will be dependent on the drafted procedure. So if that is not there, it will take a lot of time and lot of energy. So you have to take care of that. You define your standard operational process, and I'll tell you that if it is not there, start doing it. If it is not there, if you'll find any of the processes required to be standardized and it is not there, start doing it. And it will help you in fact to remove most of the difficulties, and many of your problems will start solving from this first implementation itself. So you should have a standard operation process. It may be any kind of industry, any kind of organization. It is must for it. Do you measure your process with well defined system of measurement? Now once you have an operational process, then how you measure your process? You should have some in between points. Some of the places you are supposed to measure your process is moving on the right path. Like you're traveling from one place to another place, you see after some time you reach from one place to another place, and then you see the road map, or you see the particular kind of boards which was displayed on the roadside, to see what is the right direction. Should I go to right, or should I go to left, or should I go forward? So at after reaching a particular point, you have to check it out what is the next direction, because your process is supposed to move in a like a well defined objective function. So that means how to go from place 1 to place 2. Similarly, how to move from step 1 to step 2 is also important here. Is your measurement system is well defined? Do you have your measurement system? Where are you are going to measure your process, and how you are going to measure the process, and who is going to measure the process? These all things should be there. Okay, who is going to measure it, what is going to be a measuring instrument, what you are going to measure, and what they are going to record. Okay, so there should not be any kind of manipulation with records. And I'll tell you again, if the measurement system is not there, if you start measuring your process, you are going to solve your problem almost you say around 80 to 90% of the problem can be solved. Just you start measuring and monitoring that how my measurement is going in the right direction. That also, that only simply gives an awareness of local quality concept within your organization, and people start working according to the requirement of your organization, your objective. So building a concept of local quality or local circle all will start automatically coming when you go to measure your process and trying to monitor the measurements. Is your measurement system is well designed and calibrated regularly? Now once you have designed your system, then is it well designed? Well designed means like you are measuring some of the dimensions. So your devices, the measuring device what you are using, is it capable to read that much thing accurately and precisely? That is what is the meaning of it. You want to measure 1 centimeter, but if you do not have a scale which can measure 1 centimeter or 1 mm or 1 micron, then you cannot measure it. So that is the same thing. Is your measurement system? Now it is not only for manufacturing industry, it can be anything. Because anything where whatever you are going to measure, maybe in examination you are measuring your student performance through question paper. So is your question paper is well designed? Because most of the time I have seen that people are not worried about, especially when they are taking internal examination and all, about the question papers quality, and that is in long term impact the organization. And one thing is your measurement system is well designed. Second is it should be calibrated regularly. Calibrated means you have to you have to check your measuring instrument against the standard equipment which is available, and try to see that your measuring instrument is good. Okay, so if it is it is well device system, well known system, you know how to do the calibration. There are agencies who can do the calibration. If you do not have, then try to make a standard equipment, basically a standard measuring device, and compare your measuring instrument with that standard measuring device, and try to see that at the regular interval you check it out, that whether my 1 centimeter is 1 centimeter or it is been eroded or something has happened. I am not my scale is not able to measure 1 centimeter accurately. Okay, so that is what is the meaning of this. Same concept is required to be implemented in all kind of industries, irrespective of anything. Like in a restaurant, what is the temperatures, your sensors are working properly for the oven, and all these things, right? You have to see that whatever is your measuring system, it should be calibrated regularly, and you should, otherwise you may have face some error or defects later on. Then the next thing is your team is trained? It is having capabilities to understand the data, because data is going to be very important if you are going to implement Six Sigma, or you are going to implement Six Sigma with TRIZ, or you are going to implement any of the quality improvement thing concept. You need to see that your team is well aware of how to understand the data. Okay, so training requirement may be there. Maybe you can have some kind of in-house training or out of or on-job training, but there is a need for the training, regular training, so that people will remain aware of what are the requirements. Do you have training and guidance resources available in house? It is better that you develop some kind of the resources within your organization. It will have, in the long run, it is going to give you a lot of saving of the training cost, and you will not be burdened about improving the quality will cost you money. Okay, so try to build your training resources. A lot of training resources are available free of cost. You can try to find out such kind of resources, and you can build in within your organizations different kind of training resources. Any defect is an opportunity and convertible easily to profit. How many of you and your employees agree with this? So if you talk about Six Sigma, then it is start with defect. So any defect is an opportunity. If defect is an opportunity, you start looking on the defects in a state and exploring on to work for the defect, so that you can convert it into money, convert it into profit. So if you are not taking defect as an opportunity, you are not going to, or you are going to hide your defects, then you are going to be at loss in long run. So be careful. The defect is an opportunity. Remember it. Keep in your mind. And wherever a defect comes, you are supposed to attack on the defect and convert it into the profit. Do people believe in solving problem with data more or based on their experience only? Then many times you have seen in most of the organizations, people are working from 10-15 years on the same process. They do not believe in data, and many number of times they simply take their own decisions. So are your people or you are just taking decisions based on your experience, your feelings, or you're moving with data? Be careful, move with data. Okay, whatever level of experience person you are, you have to see the data. So I'm not telling that don't use your experiments. Experience with the data is going to give you better decision. Is there a problem? There are many solutions. Now many times we lead to a situation that people believe that there are some problems which are not having solutions. So this is a negative approach. If there is a problem, there are always many solutions, no more than one. And this is what is the TRIZ philosophy, in fact, that my problem is similar to other problem, which is others problem, and I can get solution by seeing solutions of others. So that is what, if there is a problem, there are many solutions. We are just required to use our brain. That is what is starting the thinking about innovation. How flexible employees are to learn and solve problems with tools and techniques. That is what, again, don't solve your problem simply based on experience. Try to use tools and techniques. Data-based decision is always better and always justifiable. And if you're using the tools and techniques, it will structure your decision so that nothing is ignored. Otherwise, when you take decision based on your experience, many times you will not be able to, you may be omitting some of the needful things. Do you agree that Six Sigma with TRIZ can be powerful method for your organization? Now, I am talking about that how we can implement Six Sigma with TRIZ. TRIZ is a tool which promote innovation, and Six Sigma is a tool which is most of the logical based thinking. Now, TRIZ give you a solution matrix which can help you improve your Six Sigma with lesser effort. That is what is the advantage of. That is, we are using Six Sigma with innovation so that you can solve much better problems. So, do you think this is going to help you? If you are Six Sigma compliant or you are doing Six Sigma projects, if I'll add on TRIZ, will it help you? You can give your suggestions, your comments to after the video. But do you think it is going to help you move from better solving your problem with Six Sigma? Or even if you're not using Six Sigma, can TRIZ itself solve your problems? Yes, it can solve your problems, right? Many problems you can attempt directly with the TRIZ, not necessary to implement Six Sigma. You can use the solutions or the case studies of Six Sigma from other organizations and use that case studies and include TRIZ in it and try to solve your problem. That is the way. That means maybe like you are trying to solve a problem of productivity. So you see that what kind of projects has been done on Six Sigma on productivity, and try to see that what people have achieved, how they have improved their system, and try to implement same thing with the understanding of TRIZ in your manufacturing process. That is what is the meaning of it. It is going to improve you a lot, right? So that's it. I hope this video is useful for you. And if you wish to go beyond or wish to learn beyond, you can book an appointment and you can discuss how you can implement Six Sigma with TRIZ in your organization. And I hope that this video will definitely help you out and you can definitely improve your systems. The purpose of me coming to this platform is simply to help the organizations improve their quality with TRIZ and innovation. So you may be manufacturing industry, service industry, or academic institute of any level. It can be an university, it can be a university, it can be institute, engineering institute, management institute, medical institute. It can be any school, it can be anything, it can be anything. These concepts are going to help you out. So with this, I am ending the meeting, and I hope this is valuable to you. Do share your comments, and so that we can discuss more, and I can improve the further presentations and requirement as per your requirements. So I am stopping here. Wish you all the best. Thank you all for joining.